Hi everyone and welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to learn about self-join. All this time, we have been joining two different tables using different kind of join statement like inner join, left join, right join, and also union. In this video, we are going to learn on how you can use the self-join function in SQL to join the same table with itself. So what happens with self-join? Self-join is used to join the table with itself, and it is used to compare rows within the same table or to find relationship between two rows in the given table. Now, when we go ahead and do the practical, it will be more clear for you. It will be more easy for you to understand. Just remember that since we are using the same table twice to join, we will have to use the alias name for that table. Now, if you remember in some of the previous videos, if you have not watched it, you can actually go and watch. We learned a keyword called as keyword. Now, using the as keyword, we were able to give a nickname to a particular column. For instance, let us say if a column has the name amount, we could rename that column name as salary. Very similarly, since we are using self join, we are using the join statement on the same table, since so that the SQL doesn't get confused between that which table we are referring to when, since it is the same table, we are going to use the alias name to tell, because there's going to be one table and the other table, left table and the right table, right? So we're going to use the help of aliases to define which table we are going to refer. The syntax is very simple. We say select column name, and here the A and B are actually the table's alias name, which is actually table name. If you look at the second and third line, we are saying from table name A inner join table name B. Here table name is exactly same, which means we are working on the same table, but we are giving it as an alias name of A and B, and then eventually we are using a key column to match the values, and then later on we do the condition or filtering, whatever we want. So let us go ahead in the PG admin and try to practice it. For this self join, we are going to use the table film, which we have been using for a while. And if you look at this table, we have film ID, title, description, and if you scroll a little towards the left, you will find we have a column that says length, which tells you the length of the movie. So here we have 117, 49 and 54. So let us go ahead and kind of trying to play with the length of the videos, length of the movies, where we want to find maybe movies that have length 117. So you can see we have 5 movies that have the same length. Maybe I don't want to grab everything. I only want to grab the title and length. So let us run that. So here we have 5 movies that have the same length of 117, and our goal is to find these pairs of movies who have same length. So how are we gonna do? First, I'm gonna remove everything, and I'm gonna use two alias name, that is F1 and F2, for the same table, that is film. So I'm gonna write F1. Then from this F1 table, I'm gonna say I wanna have title. Then from F2 table also I need the title, and then from the F1 table I need maybe length. From film table as F1. Now if you see, F1 and F2 are the same table, and here I'm referring the film table as F1. So when I say F1 dot title, it means I'm saying pick the title column from the table film. Okay. Now I'm going to do the inner join on which table? Since this is a self join, I will be joining this table to itself, and this time I'm going to rename it as F2. Okay, here if you see, we are picking the title from the F2, which is again the same movie, and now we are going to map the key column. So we're going to say F1 dot film ID is equal to F2 dot film underscore id. Now actually we don't have to use equal to over here, which I'm going to tell you once we run it with the equal to, and you will come to know that why we are not supposed to use the equal to over here, but rather we have to use not equal to. So first let us run with equal to and let us see the output that we're going to get. And now we are going to compare the f1 length with the f2 dot length. Okay, let us run it. Okay, okay, I think I was supposed to add f1 dot length. That should do. All right, so here we have title from f1 table, title from f2 table, and then the length. But if you see here, what this query has actually done, that it has actually mapped the same film ID with the other film ID. Because if you look at this column, we are saying we are taking the film ID from F1 and then we are saying if it's equal to the film ID or F2. Now eventually F1 and F2 are the same table, and in the table the film ID exists only once. So it is mapping the same film ID with itself, and then that is why it is returning this. But we don't need it. We don't want the IDs to be mapped. So we're going to say not equal to and then run this query. So we now get a pair of movies, that is Chamber and Italian with the Resurrection and Silvado, that has length 17. Then we have 4 Chamber Italian compared along with its movie that have the same name, same length, and same with Cross and Hurricane, then Airport. Then you have Bright Encounters with Brotherhood Blanket. So you see, we now get the pairs of the movies that have the same length. So that is how you perform the joining in the same table, which is called self join. And I think that is all we have in the join section of these videos. In the upcoming videos, we are going to learn on how you can actually go ahead and create your own tables and primary key and foreign key, which you are going to learn in maybe next 1 or 2 videos. So I'll see you there.